আজকে আমরা যাদবপুর বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের ইকোনমিক্স বিভাগের এন্ট্রান্স পরীক্ষা বিষয়ে আলোচনা করব। সে বিষয়ে যাওয়ার আগে তোমাদের যদি আরও কোনো কোয়েরি থাকে তাহলে অবশ্যই গ্রুপটি জয়েন করবে। এবার বিষয় সম্পর্কে আমরা কিছু কথা বলবো। টোটাল মার্কস থাকবে 50, পরীক্ষার সময়সীমা 1 ঘন্টা, 25টি এমসিকিউ টাইপ প্রশ্ন থাকবে। প্রত্যেক প্রশ্নে ঠিক উত্তরের জন্য 2 নম্বর দেওয়া হবে, কিন্তু ভুল করলে 1 নম্বর কাটা হবে। কালো বা নীল কালির পেন দিয়ে গোলগুলি ফিল আপ করে সঠিক উত্তরটি ওএমআর শিটে মার্ক করতে হবে। একটি প্রশ্নে একাধিক উত্তর দিলে সেটিতে কোনো নম্বর দেওয়া হবে না।
So hello everyone. Today we are going to be discussing about the chapters which you guys need to focus on in order to crack JU's Department of Economics entrance examination. So in the question paper there are about 2 sections. One is your maths and another is your logical reasoning. So there are 25 questions, 15 from mathematics and 10 from logical reasoning. So coming to the mathematics portion, so in the mathematics there are 15 questions, out of which about 60% of them cater to your class 12's mathematics syllabus and 40% is about from your 11th standard. So coming to the class 12 standard, first, the most important chapter you need to guys focus upon is your differential calculus. Under differential calculus comes your limits, continuity and differentiability. So if I just boils down your differential calculus, then the segment you need to focus upon is your L'Hospital rule, and in application of derivatives it's your increasing decreasing function, and mainly your optimization problem related to your like your spheres, cones, etc., or your objects, right? So the best, and from your continuity portion, like to check whether the function is continuous or not and derivable or not, that you just need to focus upon that segment. And with the book which I will recommend you guys to focus upon for this chapter is ML Agarwal, R.D. Sharma, ML Agarwal or R.D. Sharma. And if you guys are from a West Bengal board, so you guys focus on SND, right? So SND would be quite helpful in this regard. So coming to the second portion, the second chapter is that segment. This is the integral calculus. So integral calculus encompasses many things. So the first thing is your indefinite integrals. So if I segregate or classify indefinite integrals, there are about 3 to 4 parts. First is your by parts, second is the substitution method, partial fraction, and your these 3 are the main important ones. So see, in terms of your entrance examination, no questions would be asked where the questions are for the integral is very lengthy, right? So if you analyze, then the most important part in indefinite integral are the for the short answer type integration questions are the by parts and the substitution. So you just need to maximize your time in order to allocate it in solving indefinite integral of by parts and substitution questions. So for this, the best would be R.D. Sharma book. Then coming to definite integral, in terms of definite integral, you just focus upon the generalization, the properties of the definite integral. Taking an example of your the separating the definite integral, like the limits according to, like suppose it is integral a to z fx dx. So just cater down to your a to b, then b to c, then that is a very important formula, and this is for the general properties of definite integral. So this formula is there are 7 to 8 formula the properties you guys need to focus upon for the definite integrals. Then coming to differential calculus. So on the differential calculus, other than your properties of it, the fundamental focus of yours should be on your integrating factor questions. So from the integrating factor questions, most of the entrance examinations questions are being asked. Okay, so for this definite integral and differential calculus, or I would say rather for the entire integral calculus, the best book would be R.D. Sharma. Okay, so coming to another integral calculus chapter is your area under the curve. So yes, I want to make it clear, area under the curve is very important in regard if you are sitting for your engineering examination for all India basis or your West Bengal basis or in state board. Right, for JU's economics entrance examination is concerned, so area under the curve should not be your pivotal focus right now, because if I analyze a previous year question paper, no questions were being asked from that segment, right? So but given the fact that there would be error in my analysis, because it's just the second year, so just focus on the most important questions which could be asked from area under the curve, the most important thing, right? So just mainly focus on your differential calculus, integrating factors questions, definite integrals, and your this thing is indefinite integrals. Okay, for the integral calculus portion. Then coming to the most important portion just you need to focus upon when it comes to class 12 mathematics is concerned is your elementary theory of probability. So under that comes your Bayesian probability, which is very important. Then total law of probability, binomial distribution. So best would be your ML Agarwal or RD Sharma. Okay, so under probability, I would say that the Bayesian probability is very important for entrance examination is concerned, right? Then coming to matrix and determinants. So matrix and determinants, the best book would be ML Agarwal, no doubt. Okay, so under matrix just comes your simple operations of matrix, multiplication, etc., etc., higher order matrices. And in your determinants, primary focus should be your expansion of determinants, not through a direct method like normal formula method. Rather you need to focus on an adjustment wise make, right, when it comes to determinants. Okay, so this happens to your matrix and determinants is over. Then coming your relation function set theory. So in terms of relation functions, primary focus, your pivotal focus should be on checking whether the function is onto, into, or bijective function. That kind of a thing you need to focus upon. Then coming to domain, range, and you should have a very thorough concept regarding this aforementioned properties, right? Then come into your transformation from one function to another function via your composition of functions, that is your FOG GOF. You just have to have a very good concept in this regard. Okay, so the set theory, your union intersections for the kind of equations where the what problems basically when it comes to your set theory question. So this takes care of your class 12 standard mathematics. So coming to 11 standard mathematics, the first very important concept is your complex number. So under complex number, your focus should be, your central focus should be your the structural properties of the complex number and the operations of complex number is concerned. Then your cube root of unity, argument of a complex number, and polar coordinates properties, right? And the best would be your RD Sharma. Okay, then coming to quadratic equation. The quadratic equation is very important for JU's entrance examination is concerned. So and the best book again would be RD Sharma. If you are a CBSE student, you would be having a lot of edge regarding this class 11 standard is concerned. So properties and operation of quadratic equation, then the graph generation of quadratic equation, then your sum and the product of quadratic equation is a very central focus you guys need to have for when class 11 mathematics is concerned. Then the trigonometry. So the first thing a class 11 standard student does in mathematics is the trigonometry. So under trigonometry, the focus should be your submultiple angles, multiple angles, basics of trigonometry, and application based problems. Okay, then your sequences and series. This is also a very important concept, and this will encompass your HP, the harmonic progression. Even though it might not be taught in your board, at least in ISC is concerned, because I was from that, I know. So when my time HP was not concerned, but for any entrance examination, harmonic progressions plays a very crucial role in sequences and series questions. So the concept of AP, GP and HP should be given a very important focus. Then sum of the series, arithmetic, geometric mean and harmonic mean operation should be learned thoroughly. Then comes a very interesting segment of class 11 mathematics is concerned is your coordinate geometry. See, coordinate geometry is a very very difficult concept for the moderate student. So I won't say like to focus mainly on coordinate geometry, rather have a idea about your straight lines and circles, okay, so and your conic section, just basic ideas about straight lines, conic sections and the circles, right? And the best would here would be no doubt sand gauge, okay. So the last portion is your stats. So under stats, your the problems you need to focus on is your missing the the data and calculation of mean and any kind of a statistical to means statistical formula. You just need to focus one where there is a missing frequency. So this takes care of your mathematics portion. And coming to your logical reasoning, so there is no kind of a specific book you need to focus upon. Any Google site you browse through, you will find enormous amount of logical reasoning questions. Just go through it. When JU's economics entrance examination is concerned, very simple questions would be asked, like for example, for time and numerical series based question, age related problem, the clock time angle related problem issues. So don't bother about logical reasoning. Have just a thorough understanding about that from any Google site where the any PDF is concerned. So go through it. So this takes care of the course structure you just guys need to focus upon to crack JU's economics exam. Thank you so much.